and your benefits end on the 30th. Yeah, guys, try and get a better job. This is awful. Do not work for these people. Oh God, I know I shouldn't be telling people because people try to get these awful jobs for reasons. I can't be too judgy here, but so this is Christian Long, the other employee who was fired. Not paying your workers is unacceptable, as are the excuses. Reach out to me via email. This is the last time I will tell you. This is what his boss says. Or what? You will continue to not pay me? Nice. You're gone too, is his response. Anyone else? I'm always fair, transparent, etc. I will not be working with any freelancers that cannot adhere to simple requests. Again, all the workers are freelancers. And then with the epic response, I think we should end the story on, oh no, where will I possibly replace such substantial pay of $5 a post? It was rough. It was very, very rough. So, yeah, he locked his account as well. So I started out 120 posts a month for $500. Then after 6 months, I got 600. And I worked at a deal where I didn't have a quota, but the math was even at $5 a post. So it's really weird kind of effery going on there. Splinter reached out to Severino via Twitter and email. So that's also very interesting. Dickens told Splinter via Twitter DM that she worked at the site since last year and knew that almost all of the editorial staff were freelance. It's difficult to know how many people at the company have been affected by the payment because all the sites are siloed off from one another. A different mandatory employee, speaking on condition of anonymity, said that a missed payment had happened at least once in the past few years. So, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So anyway, all these media conglomerates are sketchy. Sketchy. All right. Speaking of someone who is literally the epitome of sketchy, how about Jacob Wohl? Conservative wonder chud, Jacob Wohl. He's not always the freewheeling political snake that he's established himself to be in recent years, but his past appears to have caught up with him in the form of a felony arrest warrant in California. The Daily Beast, with all these, they come up with literally all the best stories about the weirdest people. I'm willing to bet it's Will Summer. Yup. Exclusive. With the caption, Wall in Order. Wall to wall, Jacob Wohl coverage over the Daily Beast with Will Summer. So it's good stuff. Wall and his former business partner, Matthew Johnson, were both charged with unlawful sale of securities. A criminal complaint filed back on August 19th, and first reported by the site said the charges stem from Wohl's financial dealings back in 2016 when he was a teenager. Wohl was banned from trading futures by the National Futures Association in 2017. Oh, dear. A warrant application filed by the Riverside County District Attorney's Office alleges that Wohl's company, Montgomery Assets, he and Matthew Johnson offered sale for unqualified securities in violation of California Corporations Code 25110 between July 2016 and August 2016. Most hilariously, it seems Wohl's age has always made people suspect of his credibility. So, the investigators noted in a report that Wohl's promotional materials for the company claim that Wohl had 9 years of trading experience. The claim meant that Wohl, then 17 or 18 years old, would have been trading since he was 8 or 9 years old. It's possible. Yeah, no, again, it's really, really, really crazy. So, this is, again, a guy who has failed to falsely accuse special counsel Robert Mueller of rape, and then earlier this year reportedly tried the same routine to falsely accuse Democratic presidential candidate in South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg of sexual assault, and he's only 21 and already in this much trouble, which kind of sucks. Like, you have so much of your life ahead of you, you're just 21, man, come on. His social media is also pretty good. Jacob Wohl, really quite a guy. He had a press conference accusing Robert Mueller falsely of rape, and his fly was down. So, like, that pretty much gives you the idea of who we are dealing with here. So here is probably one of the best moments that you're going to see. This is, I think, after the allegation of Mueller, a reporter asked Wohl and his cohort at the time, Jack Berkman, this question.
Yes, sir.
Are you both prepared for federal prison?
No, we are not. Will, I'll give you the last.
Yeah, so that is so is you're saying you're doing well when someone asks you if you're prepared for federal prison. Love to see that. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's all great. So, guys, we need to thank a hero today, and it's someone who is sacrificing for us and doing really what he cares about and helping us achieve greatness in this country. How is he doing it? By drinking from a toilet. Yes, that's right. Steve King, the Iowa representative who you may remember from such hits as doing a big old shrug about rape and incest, and then having a major freak out about it, or being your totally normal Midwestern democratically elected fascist, and he has now sipped literally concentration camp visiting people who denied the Holocaust. I'm just saying, I gotta be somewhat fair here. Like, he never actually said that he denied the Holocaust. We visited people who were practically Nazis the day after a state-funded trip to Auschwitz. So, yeah, he's that kind of guy. In July, women detained by Border Patrol told members of Congress that guards had told them to drink water from toilets. If you remember that, King, a Republican, apparently decided it would be great to try to prove them wrong 2 months later. It's not drinking out of the toilet, it's drinking out of the water fountain that's integral with the back of the toilet. He said Wednesday at a town hall. So, yeah, and Border Patrol agents were doing this too, but they were actually doing this when it happened. Like, how amazing is it? Like, she's literally getting people to drink toilet water. That is insane. I think there was a little language barrier there, but got some misinformation. That is very, very funny. In July, a woman, they detained that. So it's not drinking at, she says, it's not drinking at the toilet, it's drinking at the water fountain that's integral with the back of the toilet. So pretty much it's like he's saying, oh, it's fresh water, it's totally fine, yeah. It's like, that is kind of pretty crazy. Hello, Maura. This is Maura. I don't know who's talking to when it says Maura. This is Maura Barris, NBC reporter. Steve King told a story about how he drank from a toilet at a migrant facility and said it's actually pretty good. Here's the transcript. I actually went to that cell where it was reported that they were advised they had to drink out of a toilet. I took a drink out of there, and it was actually pretty good. So I have a videotape, and I smack on my lips, but I didn't send it out because I thought this subject needs to just go in the rearview mirror. Why do I bring it up now, you ask? There was a little bit of personal experience, but that was a little personal experience. But what it is, if you are, most of you heard about that, there's these toilets in these prisons are stainless steel. They're built so that they're semi-indestructible by inmates that are there. And in the back where the lid would be on our toilet, that's also sealed. And there's let's see, he's just talking about this toilet. I don't even know. It's just like, thank you, Steve, for your service. So here it is. It's just, hello, Maura. Thank you for covering my town hall today, attended by 103 people at Eagle Grove. I hope you'll include this video in NBC's coverage. No way was AOC objectively honest in her fake news spin about the border. Clickbait for snowflakes. That's what he says.
Good Frank.
He's taking a drink out of the water fountain connected to the toilet.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad, huh? Like, okay, so it looks like there was literally a water fountain, some sort of sink, some kind of thing that is not there. It's like the toilet water. Like, what? It's just like he's loving it there. He has the same look literally on his fret. It looks like he's about to puke, pretty much, is what it looks like. The one was actually pretty good, folks. It was pretty good. Like, he looks like, if you go look it up, the picture of him when he drinks it, it's pause it right when he sips the water. He just looks like he's about to puke. It's hilarious. Yeah, so even if you think that water fountain toilet tastes great, King is even really missing the entire point. When New York Representative AOC called the attention to the issue in July, she said the sink part was not working. So it was actually the toilet. So pretty much, if you don't know, there's a water fountain that's attached to the toilet that Steve King joked from in the video and said, "Not bad, folks, not bad," and looked like he was about to puke. But that, when AOC was there, was not working, and migrants had to actually drink from the toilet water. So, yeah, not that drinking out of the water fountain part isn't also disgusting. So, yeah, so it's like this was in fact the type of toilet we saw in the cell, except there was just one, and the sink portion was not functioning. Ina Presley smartly tried to open the faucet, and nothing came out. So the women were told they could drink out of the bowl. So that's pretty much what was going on. Yeah, so Jody Heiss also tried to do it as well. He's a congressman from God knows where. Here he is at the visiting and taking a drink out of it as well.
We've all heard where AOC said that people were having to drink out of toilets. Well, here's the truth. Here's the toilet. Here's a sink where you wash your hands. You see potable water. Here's a button. Press the button. And here's the water fountain.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, so pretty much literally drinking toilet water to own AOC for something she didn't even say. That is peak conservatism right there, folks. I love it. All right, yeah, it's talking about peak liberalism right now. Joe Biden, he will participate in a town hall, and Akilah Lacey of The Intercept has this story here, that Joe Biden participated in a CNN climate forum in New York. That's going on right now, actually, as we record this Wednesday night. The former vice president is now going to head to a high-dollar fundraiser co-hosted by a founder of a fossil fuel company. Andrew Goldman, co-founder of Western LNG, is a natural gas production company based in Houston, Texas, is co-hosting one of two high-dollar fundraisers Biden will attend in New York on Thursday. Western's major project is floating a production facility off the northern coast of British Columbia designed to provide Canadian gas to markets in Northeast Asia. Goldman and Biden have deep ties. Goldman served as advisor to Biden while he was in the Senate and the Northeast Director of Finance for Biden's 2008 campaign. He is also an executive at the investment banking firm Hildred Capital Partners. He and his friend David Solomon, along with their wives Renee and Sarah, will host a private fundraiser for Biden in the Solomon House, CNBC reported. Goldman also co-founded the DeGordova Goldman Capital Management, which also, of course, invested in natural resources and energy. So, again, these guys, like, literally, an advisor, Northeastern Director for Finance in Biden's 2008 campaign, served an advisor to Biden in the Senate. He's also an executive. He's also an executive at the investment banking firm Hildred Capital Partners. And so, yeah, like banks, fossil fuel investor, founder of a fossil fuel company. Like, that is who Biden is taking money from. I don't get how anybody could support this guy with a straight face. Like, I get he's the guy who people think is going to beat Trump, but this is worse. He's a way worse candidate than Hillary Clinton. He's taking money from banks. He's taking money left and right. Bernie, like, not even just Bernie, but Elizabeth Warren, they have campaigns that are at least moderately funded by the American people. Like, these people are just getting fundraisers thrown by them for people who are literally destroying the planet. Like, they literally destroying the planet. It's unbelievable that this guy is taken seriously. It is unbelievable. Scientists say that a recent increase in the amount of methane, a greenhouse gas more than 30 times stronger than carbon dioxide as far as trapping heat in the Earth's atmosphere, is taking place at the same time the fracking industry has taken off in the U.S. While an increase in natural gas has coincided with a decrease in reliance on coal power plants, scientists say that an electricity grid based on natural gas will continue to make the planet hotter and ultimately will not do anything to heat off the climate emergency. That is a very, very good point. And David Lang, who's been a guest on the show before, also my uncle, tried to say this to me, but again, it's not true. It's like you're saying, oh, I want to eat a hamburger with, I like eating a hamburger with fries for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How about I eat a hamburger, just a hamburger, but for breakfast, lunch, and dinner too? It literally does, it just slightly slows down the rate of your own death. This is literally all it does. That is the nature of what is going on here. Like, that is all it does. It's like, maybe instead of having a huge climate crisis in 11